A monsoon in Sydney this afternoon, but it couldn't stop England from having another excellent day with the ball that even got the thumbs up from one of their feisty old Ashes foes, Ian Healy. Well, it was a day of nip and tuck today, cat and mouse, with the bowlers trying to ball the batsmen out and the batsmen trying to ball the bowlers out. And in the end, I think England probably just got the advantage with that last wicket off the last ball of the day when the young Khawaja top-edged a sweep and he was out. So it was 134 for 4 at the end of the day. England bowling very accurately, only conceding just over 2 runs and over. And I think that was the key to putting the Australians under pressure. They tried hard, the Australians, at having won the toss, but probably just didn't quite get on top of England's bowling enough and lost maybe 1 too many wickets. Now, Ian Healy, the former Australian wicketkeeper batsman's here, a feisty character. Actually, do you know what I used to love about you? Was the lines you came out with. I just love that famous line you said to, and you'll have to tell me which batsman it was, when he got out, some young English batsman, and you said, "Back to the nets, idiot." Who was that?
I think that was Ben Hollyoake, the late Ben Hollyoake. But he remembered it. I'd forgotten I'd said it, and he reminded me at the end of the series. But we love playing England.
And how did you feel about today? Because it seemed like there was a sort of change of mindset from the Australians, maybe.
Yeah, it was a very obvious one too, wasn't it? They were really intent on survival. They didn't quite pick up the run-scoring opportunities, so they've gone too far the other way. But they'll find the balance between survival and run-scoring in the near future, I'm sure, if they put that much effort into it. I think England well and truly on top. You know.
Do you really? Because it doesn't look like an easy pitch. I mean, it doesn't look totally flat. I mean, what's your impression, having played here many times?
No, it's a very good first day test pitch, wasn't it? It offered some sideways movement, that's for sure, and bounce. And you've got an attack that will make the most of those sort of conditions. Having lost the toss, England's position is unreal. I thought to be 4 for 130 after being 1 for 105, Australia, that's a nasty little collapse. But 2 really frustrating wickets. Philip Hughes, 3 balls before lunch, and he was out, and he'd be sitting there going, "Oh, where's my luck?" And then Usman Khawaja, 1 ball before the rain came. They just would not believe their luck.
Now, England built their bowling attack again around Jimmy Anderson, who bowled the first over and led the attack. We just look at his ball map here. You can see how accurate he was. Every ball round about a length, round about off stump. He tries to aim on, hit the top of off stump, and you can see the real consistency. They didn't take any wickets today, but he built up pressure.
I thought the English were just a bit short today, generally. They didn't bowl as well as they could have, and they're still in a good position. So they'll readjust that and get from just short of a length up into a fuller length more often tomorrow, I bet, and have Australia driving. Very few runs were scored down the ground. So they didn't tease Australia into the more drives, which is where sideways movement becomes really important and good for you. So, they didn't bowl as well as they can, and they're still in good shape.
Wow, that's high praise from an Australian. I mean, they didn't bowl as well as they can, and they still got Australia 134 for 4. I'm impressed. What was your best ever sledge, do you reckon? What's the one your favourite one you used?
No.
I mean, I love that back to the net. You must have used that back to the nets, idiot, and a few others as well. But I mean, were there any others?
No. There's little one-liners. You can't remember too many of them.
You and Warne used to stand in the middle, didn't you, and have a chat about. Oh, that was the Bassett Alley moment, was it?
Yeah. And Warnie kept calling me up, and I'm saying, "No, mate. It's 6:05. I want to get off the field." Bassett Alley was one of the great time wasters when it came to stalling around a break or whatever to get minimise the amount of deliveries you could bowl at him. So Warnie wanted to now stall him because he's in our time. It's after stumps time, and so he wanted to slow things down, and only Warne could do it. And he finally got me up with 1 ball to go, and on the last ball of the day, bowled him between his legs. Just only Warne could produce that fluke.
What did you actually say
in
that conversation?
Nothing. It was just, what are we doing for
Bullshit,
dinner?
Really.
What are we doing for dinner? And I knew what we'd be doing for dinner because Warne doesn't eat much. He just spaghetti, bolognese and pizza. That's it. And as we were walking away, I said, "Well, what are you going to bowl? We better talk about something." He said, he asked me that, and I said, just rip a leggy. And of course, he ripped a leggy. It drifted in. Bassett Ali thought he had it covered and came back between his legs and bowled him. So Richie Benno made us heroes there.
Those were the days for Australian cricket. Well, listen, I'll tell you what you'll need to do over the next 2 or 3 days, I reckon, is think of lots of conversations out there in the field, delay, play. Otherwise, you're going to lose again, aren't you?
No, there's a lot of rain around.
There's a lot of rain around. Well, there was a lot of rain around today. Unfortunately, play ended a little bit early, but we'll start again tomorrow with Australia 134 for 4. Speak to you then.